that statement is not about stop campaigns, Ayu. You know, we can do campaigns in controlled environments where we don't meet heavy crowds, we don't burden the health system, but eventually the messaging and meet the people tours are still there. And you can see the situation in the US. They are hard hit by the pandemic.
Because of campaigns.
And they are also in the middle of campaigns, and in fact, presidential campaigns are ongoing. So it means these things can go on concurrently. But then the effects are what we need to prepare for if we do them. And that is why I love this country for one more time, that the president has put stringent measures since the 13th of March this year, when we first reported the first case. But then at the same time, personal responsibility has also played a big role, especially in the city. In the countryside, I doubt. But then in the city that was largely affected in Nairobi, we've seen people take a lot of caution, wearing masks not for the sake of the police, but wearing masks for safety. I've seen Nairobians walking with sanitizers in their pockets. And we got a way of dealing with this pandemic and normalizing it, at the same time trying to stay afloat. Now, what the president was trying to do yesterday was to do a careful balance of the country, Kenya. One, the Ministry of Education has for a very long time been grappling with opening schools and not to open them. But then the president is coming with a clear messaging. And his coded message in messaging in opening bus, in opening the country up to 11, that means that those who do long distance, a bus, for example, can go to Kisumu and come back within the hours that are now provided for. So it means that he wants to resuscitate the economy slightly, because it would have been so dangerous to tell parents to take kids to school. Yet they have not been working for the last 6 months. They have not been earning, and they have been on pay cuts. Okay. So to resuscitate this and to ensure that it is done properly, ensure that they get something in their pockets, let the economy try to restabilize, then now open up the serious fundamental areas. So I get you, Joy, when you talk about the church not being open. But the president yesterday was more on the economy and health, largely, because yes, the church is a very, very good provider in this country. Okay. But economically, it would not provide for the common man who wants to take a kid to school. It would only provide the spiritual nourishment that we need. That has been allowed to some effect that now we have a third of the congregation can go. But then look at the current setting in the churches that we also have. Most of the church goers, and I'm talking about church goers, are old people who are vulnerable.